Question 7 on the final exam review. This is continuing my implementation of my book class from my UML. So I've put in a skeleton of my class here with the methods not filled in. And I'm going to do both constructors in this video, and I'm going to do one getter and one setter in the interest of time. I'm also going to show you toString and average pages per chapter. For the default constructor, your job is to just think of default values and put them in. So example might be blanks. You could always also initialize these to new strings here, but this will also do the same thing. 0 is a good default. Or -1 or something. Doesn't matter. You can pick. For this one, the important part is that if your parameters are named the same thing as your properties, you want to make sure that you use this dot instead of the properties. For example, I'm being a little sloppy with indentation here because of Acrobat, but this dot title equals title. This dot author equals author, for example. You get the idea. Here's one getter. They all look really similar to each other. There's no need to say this dot title, but you can. That would also be fine to say this dot title there. That's fine. Set title, same thing as the constructor, where if I have named the parameter the same thing as my property, and by property I mean this special title that I've listed up here. If I've named them the same thing, I need to differentiate using this dot for the appropriate one. So if I'm setting, this dot title gets set equal to title. Okay, so all the getters and setters will look similar to this. For the toString method, it doesn't really matter what you do as long as you provide output in string format. That looks fine. You're not going to print from this method. You're just going to return the string. Something like string retStir, set it equal to the empty string or something, and then you can just tack on whatever. So you might say something like retStir this really doesn't matter. As long as you get the right number of plus signs in, which I'm guaranteed to forget here. What do we have? Num pages. How about we'll have that should do. So you construct your return string and then you return it, basically. As long as you have something like this, you should be in good shape. Average pages per chapter is supposed to give you, is to take the properties, so using these properties that we have up in here, num pages and num chapters, do a little math to give you the average pages per chapter. And it's returning an int, so I don't really have to worry about it's going to round, or I should say it's going to truncate the decimal, not round. Return num pages divided by num chapters. That should do it.